What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? It's Michelle URL here. Welcome to Untwisting the Game Crypto. It's the Crypto Lounge this Friday. Let me know if y'all can hear the audio. Thank you, JS. Thank you. All right, we'll get started now. So the first thing I want to do, first I want to shout out the Logic Sphere on YouTube, showing us mad love. We appreciate that. Also, let's talk about some of our new subscribers. Welcome. Thank y'all for joining the UTG family. So who do we have here? Eston Pants, Father Nonsley, True Black, Papa Jack, D-Champ, Universal Black 72, and another name here that I cannot pronounce. That's in a different language. Thank you all for subscribing and welcome. Okay, so before we get into it, let's just look at this crypto market real quick. Wow 49 BTC right now. We have a 3-2 Ethereum, $2.88 for ADA right now. XRP 117, Dogecoin 29 cents. Let's look at this Polkadot though, $26. Polkadot was on a tear this past week. Solana has been on fire at $88 right now. Congrats to everyone who got in on Solana. Yeah, market is looking real nice like tonight. Good way to end off a Friday. What's up, everyone in the chat? So, first thing I want to talk about real quick. So we really have a lot to cover in this, but I'm going to take my time at the same time. So So the first thing I want to talk about is this on your screen right now, posted by Altcoin Daily yesterday. Thinking you're too late to invest in crypto is like thinking you're too late to use the internet. Y'all, we're so early. We're so early. And you know, I see people thinking that they're late, right? They see a $49,000 BTC. They see all the hype and they think they've missed the train. Y'all, we're so early. We don't even realize how early we are. We're so incredibly early. So just remember this. And as I said here, you still have plenty of time to build wealth with cryptocurrency and be a part of the future money revolution. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. All of us right now who are invested in crypto, we are early adopters. Whether if you got in 2017, 2013, or in 2021, congratulations, you're early. You're an early adopter. Okay, so please remember that. So the next thing I want to, of course, we're going to look at the Discord real quick. So as I always say, if you're subscribed to us, go ahead and hop in this Discord too. We're sharing content on a daily basis, and a few things that are shared in here I'm actually going to cover in today's crypto lounge. So like I said, we talk about a variety of different things: NFTs, Cardano, Polkadot, wealth in general, world news, crypto news, memes. The memes channel is always popping, so come on and join this Discord. We'd love to have you. And of course, I'm going to mention our Solo.to link again. If you hit our Solo.to link, everything you need is in this link. So we have our Discord right here if you want to join the Discord, Instagram, TikTok, our website, and of course our referral links. And once again, if you use our referral links, first, thank you. But not only does that help the channel and help us, if you use our referral link, you also get a reward by using our referral link. So thank you in advance for going in here, checking things out. And let me also point, today we're going to talk about a little bit about NFTs. My referral link right here. Check this out. This platform is really cool. Network by NFTs, coveted collectibles. It's a it's a really cool app. Love what they're doing. They have exclusive drops, exclusive NFT drops, exclusive collectibles. They have everything from shoes, exclusive drops of Nikes, of clothes, of posters, of albums, sculptures, figurines, like all types of stuff on that app. And just by you signing up, you get $10. So don't sleep on that. So we're going to go ahead and get started in on this first article. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Dallas. In the DFW area, shout out Texas, shout out DFW area. Man, these kids out here are getting this money. So if y'all are asleep, I don't know what to tell you, because there's teenagers out here banking on crypto, literally paying their college tuitions from this. So this article is, what were you doing in grade school? These Frisco kids are making $32,000 a month mining Ethereum. Okay, let's go into this. Ishan, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Ishan Thakur, 14, and his little sister, Anya, 9, typically ran a lemonade stand each summer that netted them about $100 for their college fund. But in February, after their dad told them a bedtime story about Bitcoin prices spiking to over $50,000, the Frisco duo dreamed up a new money-making idea, mining Ethereum. Quote, we wanted to invest in it, but we didn't have the money to buy Bitcoin, Ishan said. So instead, we bought the equipment to mine for it instead. They started mining in March with an old gaming computer, making $1,000 in their first month. For the past month, they made more than $32,000. They used their earnings to buy more mining equipment for their company, Flipper Technologies, which they created on April 30th. Quote, I thought I wouldn't be able to do it because it's too high level, but we watched YouTube videos and my dad and sister helped, said Ishan, a ninth grader at Frisco High School. Come on, y'all. A ninth grader is out here mining Ethereum, figuring this stuff out. Well done. Now, this is actually what I find pretty interesting here. While YouTube videos show them step-by-step directions, they estimate it takes about 10 hours per rig to set up. But once the rigs are set up, it becomes a passive income maker. They have 14 rigs comprising 82 processors mining for Ethereum and 5 small rigs with 12 processors mining for Ravencoin because those processors weren't optimized for Ethereum. They've ordered 4 additional rigs from China and built-in processors. A whirring sound is constant in their garage, where some of their rigs are kept for building and testing. Ishan estimates they have about 30 cards in their garage set up, costing about $90,000 total, or $3,000 per card. Their main operations are now in an air-conditioned data center in downtown Dallas because the heat and noise were too great to keep confined to a garage. Ishan and Anya said it was important for them to use renewable energy, which costs about 12 cents per kilowatt hour versus traditional energy that costs about 10 cents. The difference in cost is insignificant compared to what they make, especially because mining for Ethereum is more efficient than Bitcoin. Last month's electric bill, including their home and the data center, was $2,500. A typical home electric bill in the summer is $500 for them. With mining, it increased to $850. The downtown data center electric bill was $1,650. So I just wanted to take a moment to first shout out these kids out here getting this money, not only with mining, but also these NFTs, as we all know. Kids are out here getting this money. And also for our miners in the Discord, you know, here's some numbers, here's some interesting things that, you know, kids are out here doing to be profitable, okay? So let's move forward. More on Dallas. Now, this is super interesting, and I got to give Crypto Joe a shout out on this one. He shared this article earlier today, or yesterday. So thank you for sharing this, Crypto Joe. We're about to cover it right now. Virtual reality, a big part of Dallas ISD's new hybrid school. So this is super interesting. As usual, I'm going to leave links to everything in the description. Go and watch this video, y'all. It's starting to get really interesting. So here it says, quote, I'm super excited about disrupting traditional learning, said Dallas hybrid preparatory principal Olga Romero. Students at Dallas Hybrid Preparatory attend class on campus 2 days a week and spend three learning from home. But the real magic is how they connect while they're away. The virtual world is designed to feel like a game, but to serve as a classroom. Teachers, quote, teachers are able to take attendance like this, and the students raise their hand, said Taylor Shedd, CEO of STEMuli, which created the platform. Students get tokens for going to class and turning in homework, which they can cash in for new hair, clothes, or accessories for their avatar. Let me read that again, okay? Because as I was saying in the Discord, y'all, I think we're sleeping on the metaverse and these virtual worlds and virtual reality. We gotta get on top of this stuff. Okay, this stuff is happening right now in front of our faces, and we need to be paying attention. Okay, we're sleeping on this. Let me read that sentence again. Students get tokens for going to class and turning in homework, which they can cash in for new hair, clothes, or accessories for their avatar. Quote, a student would rather be gaming than going to school, said Shed. What happens if we combine gaming and going to school together? Kids can communicate with each other, dance, and explore a city that resembles downtown Dallas. In this world, similar to Minecraft, they can build and dig, said Shed. Teachers can quiz the entire class at once by having them answer multiple choice questions and instantly seeing their responses. Quote, the teacher can now in real time that every student in class has grasped the let me start that over. The teacher can know in real time that every student in class has grasped the material he's teaching, or hey, we need to go back, said Shed. Students are also contributing ideas. They're literally obsessed with this avatar creator, said Shed. So we're already getting questions. Do you have a beanie? I want to wear a beanie the first day of school. Shed says there's science behind the game-like approach. There's something called invisible learning, and invisible learning is, I think I'm playing, but I'm really learning, said Shed. The school is kicking off with just 75 students across 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. Each year, the district plans to add grades. If the platform is successful, it can be expanded throughout the district and beyond. So, wow. Really interesting. So keep this in mind as we start talking about Roblox here in a second. Okay. Now, STEMuli, I just quickly looked them up. This is super interesting. STEMuli is a fully integrated virtual schoolhouse that connects companies to their future workforce and students from diverse and economically challenged households to a brighter future. Okay, so again, this is Dallas based. Very, very interesting stuff going on here, y'all. Okay, let's move forward. So the next thing we're going to talk about is this metaverse and these virtual worlds. This is stuff that we have to be paying attention to. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out here is the Metaverse Primer, which again, I shared in the Discord. Okay, if you're interested, which we all should be interested in this because y'all, it's happening. Okay. These articles, I briefly skimmed over some of these. I'm going to go back and actually do a deep dive into these pieces here. But this is a great place to start to get an understanding about the metaverse. Okay, so I'm just going to point out a few. I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it's 9 different pieces, 9 different articles in here for you to read, but I'm just going to point out a couple little things that I thought were interesting. Okay. Okay, so in this article, I'm actually at the end of this article, but I wanted to point one thing out here. So I don't think you need much context to understand the point of what I'm about to read to you, okay? For the first 2 or so years following the release of the iPad, it was common to see press reports and YouTube videos of infants and young children that would pick up an analog magazine or book and try to swipe its non-existent touchscreen. These were varyingly adorable, hilarious, and viral, and while we could easily understand what was happening, we couldn't truly appreciate how these frames of reference differed from our own. Today, those 1-year-olds are 10 to 12. A 4-year-old in 2011 is now well on her way to adulthood. These once unintelligible media consumers now spend money directly on content. Some are already creating content themselves. And while these kids now understand why we found their frames of reference so amusing, we still struggle to understand how these frames differ from our own. And as these consumers mature, industries are transformed. So let me play this video for you. Okay, here it is. We've all seen this, babies playing with iPads, and then the babies were trying to swipe on these magazines, right? So that's what they're talking about. Okay, now these kids that were doing this are grown up. They're, around 10 years old or whatnot right now. A key example here is the virtual platform Roblox. And shout out to Crypto Joe. He's talked to me a little bit about Roblox before. So I wanted to talk about this because I think you'll enjoy this. And again, this is really interesting and stuff that we need to pay attention to here. A key example here is the virtual platform Roblox. Roblox launched in 2006 and roughly a decade passed before it had much of an audience. Another 3 years passed until any non-players really noticed the title. 2 years later, it was one of the biggest media experiences in history. Now it's changing the world. This 15-year advance is partly a result of the technical improvements mentioned above, such as device CPUs and GPUs, as well as server-side technologies, network infrastructure, and services such as Microsoft's PlayFab. But it's no coincidence that Roblox's core users, those aged 9 to 12, are the very children who grew up, quote, iPad native. Roblox says over 75% of all U.S. children in that age bracket regularly use the platform. Hollywood long believed that millennials would grow into the linear pay TV bundle or lose interest in YouTube. They never did. And while they now watch Netflix and Disney Plus, videos share of leisure time is going down on a generational basis. Today's generation of children express themselves, often learn, and consistently socialize through virtual worlds they can touch, change, and collaborate in. Let me say that again. Today's generation of children express themselves, often learn, and constantly socialize through virtual worlds they can touch, change, and collaborate in. That's not going to stop. Rather, the capabilities of these virtual worlds will expand, their ease of use will improve, and their significance will grow. What's more, the iPad native generation, or perhaps virtual world native generation, will continue to mature. Most are still consumers, a few are creators, and almost none are business leaders. They will be. And their frames of reference will lead to transformative change. Okay, so that's kind of a lot to take in there. And like I said, there's a lot more to this article. But, I kind of think of it at the millennial generation. We know YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, right? Generation Z is TikTok, it's Fortnite, right? And this Generation Alpha, which I think starts in kids who were born in 2010 and up, Generation Alpha, all they're gonna know are these virtual worlds and these metaverse, right? So I don't know. I've just been blown away as I've been digging into the metaverse and virtual worlds and just kind of the trend that is forming with all of this. This is happening right in front of our faces, and we see it over here in this Dallas article about these hybrid schools where it's, you know, come to class one day, but then the next day you're in a virtual world learning, and it's gamified learning. You're earning tokens, and you can, you know, customize your avatar. I mean, this stuff is right here in front of our faces. So moving on here, another thing that I thought was interesting is these MetaHumans. Okay, here it says introducing MetaHumans, the next generation of digital humans, animation and mocap ready. MetaHumans will be created by you using the new easy to use MetaHuman creator. Okay, take a look at this, y'all. Look how real this looks. So, highly recommend going and watching this video. If you just Google MetaHuman or Unreal Engine, you'll be able to find this video. This is some crazy stuff, y'all. This is this is wild. And here is the Unreal Engine website. Again, MetaHumans. Look how real this is. Like, you can, in the metaverse, you know, creating your MetaHuman, you can be anybody. You can be anybody. So moving on. So I wanted to touch on this real quickly. Why avatars dominate the NFT market. So first and foremost, I want to say, just a warning here. If you're gonna get into this NFT space, please know, in my opinion, that a lot of this is it's gonna crash. I mean, it's getting out of hand. It was, you know, in the hype of like April as well. I think is 100% out of hand. You know, these pet rocks and stuff like that. And again, like, get your money for sure. But fair warning, as I start to talk more and more about NFTs, please know that all of this will most likely tumble to the ground. So be prepared for that. Make smart decisions when you're getting into these NFTs. Okay, so again here, why avatars dominate the NFT market. Of the top 10 NFT collections by market cap, 7, according to CoinMarketCap, are what could be called avatar NFTs. Headshots basically of cartoon characters or pixelated people. The collections topping the charts include CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and Pudgy Penguins, all of which have been feverishly fawned over in recent weeks in my corner of Anglophone crypto Twitter. These cartoon headshots are, for now, edging out a lot of other types of NFTs, including metaverse game assets like Meebits, the fine art pieces sold by Super Rare, or even NBA Top Shot, the biggest mainstream brand in the category. But why? The dominance of avatars is a powerful window into this mysterious, seemingly nonsensical explosion of interest. A set of social norms is quickly emerging, primarily on Twitter, that assumes you only display an NFT in your avatar if you own it. Getting caught posting something you don't own is a reputational risk, and crypto Twitter is a significant professional venue, so there's a very clear status game afoot. The people who can display the most expensive NFT is showing off just how rich and successful they are. NFTs then are tapping into some of our deepest instincts. Humans, just like our close chimpanzee relatives, are obsessed with social status and hierarchy. Okay. Avatar NFTs leverage this with their issuance structure, which CryptoPunks somehow got right the first time out of the gate. Most of the Avatar series are issued in large but strictly limited quantities of roughly 5,000 to 10,000, and they're mostly algorithmically generated from a set of features with varying rarities, which creates a fairly simple internal hierarchy. At the same time, the wide variation in features makes it easier for buyers to choose something that speaks to their identity or taste. Contrast that with art NFTs. That is, single pieces or very short run multiples. The hierarchy of art across artists and styles is pretty nebulous and subjective by comparison to a huge coordinated set. Some CryptoPunks clearly are cooler or more rare than others, but the most coveted also make the rest of the set appealing. A single piece of art can have deep personal appeal, but provides a less obvious connection to a hierarchical community. So this is really interesting. And I've kind of noticed this across Twitter, across Twitter. You know, people displaying their Bored Ape or, you know, their CryptoPunk. And I'll be honest, when I see that, I'm like, okay, I know how they roll. You know, I immediately, so when I see that avatar, someone using that avatar as their profile picture, I immediately sense, okay, that's how they roll. That's the community that they're in. Okay, they obviously probably have some money. I also assume that they own that NFT, that CryptoPunk, or that Bored Ape. I assume that they actually own it since they are using it as a profile picture. Who knows? You know, like they were saying, someone could just take a screenshot and post it, but I think there is kind of this unsaid rule that's whack if you do that, right? But I will say that as I've been on Twitter and across social media, when I see that avatar, I'm thinking, okay, that's their gang, you know, CryptoPunk, their gang, Bored Ape. They probably have money. They're super into the community, X, Y, and Z. That immediately goes through my head. So moving forward here, for the NFT avatar status game to hold, the emerging norms around their use on Twitter will need to be increasingly formalized. What's unspoken among crypto insiders will need to be formalized as the trend spreads, particularly through software systems for publicly verifying ownership. Building entirely new NFT social networks is likely a fool's errand, but users on platforms like Discord or YouTube will probably love a verified way to display their NFT avatars, whether on site or third party. Eventually, they'll demand it. Interesting. Okay, so how I'm reading this is that, you know, Twitter may eventually enable some sort of setting or integrate something into the platform where your profile picture can read directly from the blockchain and read your address and verify that you own that NFT, and then somehow display that NFT as your profile pic, right? So there's, and so again, like if this continues to, catch on and the hype maintains, again, there's this idea of, will these social media platforms integrate something into the platform where the profile pic is verified and it's like reading directly from your address, right? Would you be able to type in your address on Twitter and somehow it generates that NFT as your profile picture or something like that? Super interesting stuff here. That would mean even more chances for status chasing human apes to exercise their instincts online, which sounds like money in the bank for NFT creators. So again, I don't know how I personally feel about, and I see a lot of copycats in the NFT space, which is cool. Like I said, we're just in that sort of discovery phase, and everybody's jumping on board trying to create the next CryptoPunk and like go for it. As there's like crypto Rastas and there's Van Gogh cryptos or something like that, and CryptoPunks, and I've seen all types of stuff, right? But so we'll see if this stays hyped, if this continues to catch on, and if we kind of see this continued transition of people showing their status through what NFT they own. And I want to go back up here real quickly to this conversation on like these avatar NFTs versus fine art NFTs. What I think is interesting, and this was kind of touched on a little bit, somebody kind of brought up this idea in the Aku Discord, is so there's going to be 10 Aku chapters, right? As each chapter releases, it's going to be harder and harder to hold all 10 chapters, right? And it's kind of this idea is like, once you own all 10 chapters, do you become the moon god, right? Do you hold some type of status of being someone that holds all 10 chapters of Aku? So I think I understand the whole avatar talk, and I understand, can't fine art, super rare art pieces can't really mimic that, but I think that they can if the creator of that fine art finds a creative way to include that sort of hierarchy within the pieces that they're making, right? So again, if I hold all 10 chapters, which is not easy to do, if I hold all 10 chapters of Aku, does that give some sort of hierarchy within the Aku community, right? And I mean, we could talk about that all day, but I thought this was really interesting, as we all know that these avatars are popping, they're hot. And lastly, I see we have 4 watching right now. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button. I hope y'all like what I'm talking about. Get in this chat, y'all, if y'all have any questions, if y'all have any thoughts. I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit. Let me know. Drop in the chat. Okay, we're about to cover this last little piece. So Cardano NFTs. I have probably 4 videos right now that I need to cover on Cardano NFTs, but I wanted to go ahead and give y'all a little something here. CNFT.io is a platform where you can buy and sell Cardano NFTs. So check this out. They have a Discord as well. A couple other things. I'm going to talk about some specific NFT projects and post those videos throughout the coming week. So please subscribe and stay tuned for that. But to give y'all a little heads up, I don't even know how to pronounce this, but if you see on my screen right here, this is a Cardano project. Also, if we go in here, right here, Cardano NFT Discord. This is another Cardano NFT specific channel, just to, you know, kind of give you a place to start. But like I said, I just wanted to quickly touch on this because I feel like I haven't been talking a lot about specifically Cardano NFTs. And I think Cardano NFTs, once the platforms get where they need to be, like, let me show y'all on this Discord. I posted this the other day. Okay, right here. Okay, so this is someone I follow on Instagram. She said, "Hi folks, with these astronomical gas fees, $1,433, I had to delay my NFT drop. But as the saying goes, a delay is not a denial." So this is on Ethereum. Okay. We're talking about $1,433 worth of gas fees to mint some NFTs or an NFT here, right? Once people catch on that you can do the same thing on Cardano at a fraction of the price, like, why? Why would you continue to mint NFTs on Ethereum when you can do it at the fraction of the price on Cardano? But what I think is missing, and again, I'm still doing my research, y'all, and I'm about to get into the we don't know shit part of this episode as well. But I went down the rabbit hole, y'all, and I still have just so much that I need to learn and research on. But one thing that I think right now for that Cardano platforms need to focus on is, like, who's going to be the super rare of Cardano NFTs, the Maker's Place, the Nifty Gateway, right? We just need to level it up. And again, all of this is new. Everybody's in the beginning stages of building these Cardano specific NFT platforms. Like, I mean, we're so early, y'all. We're so early. Start looking at CNFT.io. They're doing a token sale right now, where you can buy their utility token. So look into that. Do your own research, of course. But another thing that I was talking about with Creole is interesting to think about, you know, once these Cardano NFTs really start to catch on, are we going to see platforms like OpenSea or, you know, I mean, is there a way for them to integrate where not only do you have Ethereum NFTs, but you also have Cardano NFTs on this single platform like OpenSea or Super Rare or, you know, whatever it is. And again, I'm not a tech person. Like I said, that's not my focus. But that's something that kind of popped into my mind as I was doing this research. And so that's all I have for you. But I do want to get into the we don't know shit part of this. I just want to remind everybody, and you know, I go through these moments about every, you know, 1 to 2 to 3 months. I find myself deep into the rabbit hole on something, and I realize that I don't know anything. I've been in this space going on 5 years actually at this point. And I have these moments where I fall hard down the rabbit hole and I realize I don't know anything. There's just too much information. This space is so explosive with information and innovation and creativity that I just have this moment where it's like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm just overwhelmed by the information, and I feel like I don't know anything. And one thing I want to say about that, you know, and you know, Creole and I, we kind of do this as well, but it's like you hear people talking about, you know, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 different projects and this, that, and the other, and I'm like, there's no way they know what they're talking about. And that's not shade. I'm just like, because once you really start to go down the rabbit hole, it's just like there's no way people really know what they're talking about. And that's why we always preach to do your own research. Take everything that everyone says for a grain of salt, because honestly, nobody knows what they're talking about. Nobody. It's just impossible. It's too much information. It's too much connecting dots. It's too much innovation. It's just too much at one time. And the rabbit hole is very, very, very deep for people to think that they know anything. So just a reminder, that's why on this channel we focus on Polkadot, Cardano, Bitcoin, and NFTs at this point. And I'm just now starting to really talk about NFTs. If you see somebody talking about any more than, like, you know, 4 or 5 different categories, like, beware. There's just no way. There's too many projects. There's just too much going on to be able to keep up with all this stuff. It's super, super overwhelming. And y'all, that's all I have for you. I'm gonna get myself something to eat. Big Seaman says, yo, what's up, Big Seaman? Yeah, y'all, so join this Discord. And as I said, I'm gonna be dropping some more videos specifically about Cardano NFTs throughout this coming week. As you all have noticed, I've started pre-recording videos and sharing those, hopefully to give people, you all, because you all have given us this feedback, so we're trying to implement it, give you all more concise short form content. That's what we're trying to implement with these shorter videos, these pre-recorded, live stream videos that we release after the fact. That's what that is. We're trying to give you some short, concise content. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe, and y'all hit that like button. I see that y'all keep hitting this like button. I appreciate it, y'all. OS crates or a Socrates. I can't remember what we were saying before. 100 jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah, y'all. And you know, when Creole and I started this channel, this space is just so big that, and it's so exciting that you just want to talk about everything, but you can't. You literally cannot, because if you start talking about one thing, you lose track of another thing. And so that's why it's so important that, at least from my opinion and from my perspective and my experience, there are people out here, they're, you know, on Solana, they're on Binance Smart Chain, they're doing you know, Avalanche, Polkadot, Cardano, this, that, and great. If that works for them, great. But there's no way. There's no way that you are keeping up with everything. Even 24/7, if you never slept, there's just no way that you can keep up with all of this. So that's why I'm really big on focusing. And of course, if you, let me go back. That's why I'm really big on focusing on a handful of things at absolute maximum. If you can do less than that, that's even probably better, because, you know, of course you may miss out on a Solana bag because you weren't paying attention. But if you don't focus on, you know, say Cardano, Polkadot, and NFTs, you're going to start missing stuff in just those 3 things, because you're over here trying to do 12 other different things, right? And so I'd rather know something really, really well on 3 or 4 or 5 different things than be out here trying to keep up with everything. It will drive you mad. Like, just this past week, going down the rabbit hole of NFTs, it was driving me mad. It would be like 2 hours later, I have clicked, it's like 100 tabs up because I keep clicking and going down the rabbit hole of article to article, of tweet to this person and that person. It will literally drive you mad. So I can't do it. If you can do it, go for it. Not for me, not for me. So again, that's why on this channel we focus on very particular categories and we keep it at that. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to get off. Thank y'all for watching. Join the Discord, hit our Solo.to link, and have a blessed day. Ooh, Cardano, $2.94. Come on with it. Up 14% in 24 hours. And for those of you all who are still hanging on after this long live stream, between you and me, I'm working on some Cardano NFTs. They're in the works right now, and I'm super excited to show you all what I've been working on. So that if you're still here, if you're watching this right now, you a real one. And that's a little something I'm going to share with y'all. All right. So y'all have a good Friday night, okay?
Close your